Long before the time of COVID, and at the end of a visit that I'd have made to someone's house or workplace, I'd often use the expression, keep the faith. Those words are not only a valediction and a Christian formula for saying farewell, but also encouragement to the person who's receiving them. Keeping the faith doesn't mean standing still. The words invite us to stand firm in our beliefs that we normally recite in the Creed every Sunday. But they are also an invitation to open up ourselves to the possibility of change. In Christian terms, this is what the word conversion means: to grow, to change, to move on. The life of St. Anne's has changed in so many ways in the past few weeks, and many of those changes have been very positive. I was chatting to our church treasurer, Roger Morley, the other day, maintaining physical distance from behind the walls of my vicarage garden, and I said to him that, in my opinion, it's not since the bicentenary that we celebrated in 1999 that there's been such an integrated weight of communication between the people of St. Anne's and our wider parish. Having to change things has resulted in a number of people getting back in touch with the church and re-engaging, and that's really great news. Our Sunday school had to think about how it would manage to celebrate Easter Day, and the outcome of their plan to decorate small wooden crosses will be displayed in our May magazine. We've also had to think imaginatively about how to maintain church life on a week-to-week basis without saturating people with information. And that's an ongoing task, as you can all imagine. And I'm very pleased to say that we'll soon have the voices of our choral scholars and other young people accompanying our prayer each Wednesday. It also became evident that not everyone who comes to St. Anne's has access to the internet, and so I wrote a pastoral letter that was posted out to 50 people last week. There are so many positive aspects to these changes, and we must keep focused on that. But I wonder how we are being changed ourselves as keepers of the faith. Perhaps we're discovering what it means to be the church in unusual circumstances. We may have changed the pattern and the understanding of our prayer life and our personal devotions. Indeed, the changes that we're living through may have given us the opportunity to think about why we are the church. Why do we do what we do? It has been said that the church exists in the world, but differently to the world. And this view was epitomised by the Anglican priests connected with the Oxford movement in the 19th century, many of whom chose to locate their ministry in the worst slums in England. But at the core of their social action, their social involvement, responding to what was around them, was the faith that the church was first and foremost a divine institution, because its cornerstone is Jesus. The church is indeed the people, but St. Anne's is a holy place. It's much more than simply stone and mortar. From the day of its consecration to the glory of God in 1799, it's been the repository of the received and confessed faith in the resurrection of Jesus. Its four walls are jam-packed with the prayers of the faithful and the history of a living Christian fellowship of 221 years. And this ought not to be underestimated. It is a sacred space in which the lives of countless people have been changed. Today's Gospel recounts fearful disciples being made glad with the sight of the risen Jesus. He came among them, they received the Holy Spirit, and Jesus said to them, "Peace be with you." They became changed men. When we gather together again at St. Anne's, we will find that we too have become changed people. And we will be able to share all that God has taught us through the changes of these present days. And we will, I pray, by his grace, find ourselves stronger and firmer in the faith. So then, keep the faith. And as you pray for me, I shall surely pray for you.